Welcome to my channel, Duggar Family News. Josh Duggar and his fellow inmates at FCI Segaville are being served half portions of grits bread and more, forcing them to go to the commissary to avoid hunger. Josh, 36, is serving a 151-month sentence at FCI Segaville in Dallas, Texas on child pornography charges. He has a release date of October 2, 2032. The U.S. Sun can exclusively reveal the substandard meals, the disgraced reality star is being served as he is forced to go to the prison's commissary to avoid going hungry. They've been getting half portions of food for months, a source close to a Segaville inmate claim to the U.S. Sun. Grits, tiny portions of corn, half rolls, a couple ounces of deli meat. They're serving them these crazy portions. People are having to buy food from the commissary or go hungry. It's wild. Complaints from loved ones have gone nowhere. Seal responded to the U.S. Sun's request for comment. FCI Segaville provides all adults in custody with food that is consistent with the national food menu to include portion size. We take all complaints about the institution and services provided very seriously, and all complaints are fully investigated. Currently, FCI Segaville has not received any complaints regarding any aspect of the institution's food service department. Despite the conditions, the U.S. Sun exclusively obtained the first photos of Josh in years, as he appeared to be in good spirits in the photos. Josh was seen walking the track of FCI Segaville in sunglasses, a brown t-shirt and shorts. Josh looked different from his clean-cut appearance on the TLC reality show 19 Kids and Counting, as he had a mustache and beard. This isn't the first time the prison has been accused of inhumane conditions when it comes to its food service. The source previously told the U.S. Sun the food they get is regularly expired. They're just like really disgustingly expired, always by at least a couple of weeks. And it's like milk, all sorts of like stuff that can't be expired for that long. They had a run of cereal that had bugs in it, and so people just couldn't eat their cereal because it was filled with bugs. The insider continued to allege that the prison runs out of food kind of often. The source claimed it's only ever been like a 1 or 2 day thing at a time, but the portions are also small enough to where if you can't afford to buy food on commissary, you're going hungry. The U.S. Sun previously obtained a recent lawsuit from a prisoner accusing the facility of inhumane conditions. In the lawsuit filed on February 26, 2024, inmate Gino Peterson sued FCI Segaville, claiming, "I write this letter to formally demand an immediate cessation of all inhumane treatment and actions taken against myself at the Federal Correctional Institution Segaville, as alleged by denied medical services and food stored next to trash and under 2,000 calories per day meals." He alleged the purpose of this letter is to place you on notice and to demand that these actions that undermine human rights and dignity at the facility be halted with immediate effect. The email ended in another email he wrote of an alleged October 24, 2023 incident where an inmate discussed how food contained maggots. Jadino allegedly heard another inmate talking about the food trays that had maggots in them and how inmates should have saved the trays with maggots. The warden's secretary responded via email, which was provided in the complaint. Meals are served according to the national menu in the appropriate serving sizes. If you have questions on additional food service, you can direct them via Copout to Food Service. FCI Segaville did not respond to the lawsuit. The court instead responded, "It has come to the court's attention that plaintiff is no longer confined at FCI Segaville or in the custody of the Bureau of Prisons BOP. However, plaintiff has failed to inform the court of his current address on February 28, 2024, shortly after the complaint was filed. The court notified plaintiff of the requirement to keep the court informed of any change of address or, this case, might be dismissed. The case was officially dismissed on May 16th despite the alleged harsh food conditions. Inmates were treated to a Thanksgiving dinner. The U.S. Sun reported the menu for the holiday included roasted turkey, glazed ham cornbread dressing with turkey gravy, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole cranberry sauce, and 2 rolls. Vegetation options for entries included vegetable lasagna and dirty rice with soy and kidney beans. Margarine was also available, as well as assorted pies for dessert. Former 19 kids and counting star Josh Duggar was sentenced to 151 months in prison for downloading and possessing child sex abuse images. In December 2021, here's the timeline of the ex-reality star's legal woes. Josh was initially accused of downloading child sexual abuse material in May 2019 after an investigation by Homeland Security. Investigators later that November, Homeland Security visited the car dealership where Josh was working to raid his computer on April 29, 2021. Josh was arrested and held without bail. At an Arkansas jail, he was charged the next day during a hearing at the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Arkansas via Zoom with receiving and possessing child sex abuse images, to which he pled not guilty. Josh's trial began on November 30, 2021 in a federal courtroom in Phil, Arkansas, and a verdict was reached on December 9, 2021. He was found guilty of knowing and receiving child sex abuse material. In May 2022, Josh was sentenced to 12 years in federal prison and ordered to pay $50,100 in fines and special assessments. Josh's legal team later appealed the conviction to the United States Court of Appeals for the 8th Circuit, which was denied in late 2023, shortly after Josh again appealed for a new trial, with his attorney arguing that federal agents wouldn't allow Josh to call him at the time of his arrest on June 24, 2024. Josh's request was again rejected. Josh was arrested and charged with possessing and receiving child pornography in April 2021. He was found guilty after a nearly 2-year trial in Arkansas. Josh was sentenced to 151 months in federal prison in May and was transferred to FCI Segoville. In June 2022, Josh's legal team filed an appeal to overturn the conviction and have a new trial in October 2022. His attorneys claimed federal agents allegedly seized Josh's phone when he tried to contact his lawyer during a raid at his car lot a year and a half before the arrest. The court papers claim he spoke to the agents without counsel. The appeal was denied in November 2023, with the Supreme Court officially denying the conviction appeal. In 2024, Josh remains married to his wife, Anna, 36, who was by his side throughout the trial. She has been seen visiting the prison with their 7 young children. The U.S. Sun previously reported Josh's brother Joseph and brother-in-law David Waller had also been seen visiting him at the prison.